Hey guys, Alex here with Grunt Life 911. Welcome back. Glad to have you back. I'm glad to be back. We have a special guest today. My special guest is my beautiful fiance, Natalie. Thank you for being here.
Yes,
Today we're going to talk a little bit about something off subject, but still on subject to me. It's nutritional health and supplements and hormonal balance. I feel it fits in really well because as a soldier, on the battlefield, you're in a high intense situation, things are going on, you're breathing, your heart's racing. You got to be able to, be physically fit and have the right nutritional balance for it all to work in tandem so you can get through the battle. So that's how I think it's really key as a prepper. If you're going to be prepping up all this stuff to be safe for whatever may happen, you got to be physically fit, nutritionally healthy, and mentally fit as well. Mm-hmm. So the product that we're going to be speaking on today is a company that I am a Legionnaire for. I take them with all my workout days, all my off workout days. This is a hormonal balance for estrogen. And you guys are probably like, well, why are you talking about it? Well, because men, we still get estrogen in us through tap water, through soap, conditioner, furniture that we sit on. Women, you guys will pick up synthetic estrogens as well, just as much as we will, that are bad for our body. So we want to get rid of them because them harmful or synthetic estrogens, guys, it builds up belly fat, anxiety, it messes with your libido. So in men, lose the weight, get rid of the bad estrogen. You lost your libido, you want to get it back, get rid of the bad estrogen. You got belly fat, you're having a hard time getting rid of it. Supplements to get rid of that, Harmony. What it does is a detoxifier. It detoxifies the bad estrogen, synthetic estrogen from our liver in 2 phases. It's got all kinds of good supplements in there, just like maca root, ashwagandha, chasteberry, DIMS. So them are all very important to getting rid of stress. The part that I don't know about is going to be what she's going to tell you because she has had a lot of just hard times on the female cycle, which I have no clue about. Once again, that's why this beautiful lady is my special guest today, because she uses it as well. So I'm going to let her kind of take over in this and give her testimony and how it's helped her and what it's done for her to change her life around.
Yeah, completely. So thank you so much, baby.
Thanks for being
having
here.
me
I'm
on
glad to have you.
Your channel. And hi, guys. I came on today to, just like you said, to share my testimony and kind of give a review about Harmony. Alex actually became a Legionnaire for First Form a couple months back, and so since then we've been trying all their products. I've also tried a couple of other products just from when we've been working out, because we try to work out every day.
Yes,
sometimes we miss
4 to 5 times a week,
but we do pretty good. We do pretty consistent. But like he said, I wanted to share my testimony on how First Form Harmony has really started changing my life. So just to give you guys a little background, I was having really bad PMS issues. Some kids say it's probably related to PMDD, but I do know a lot of women struggle with their menses from all age ranges, right? So from different ethnic backgrounds to age, we all get our periods, right? So I noticed about a year ago, I started having really bad long bleeding cycles. So I would bleed for 2 to sometimes 3 weeks at a time.
She would call me and
cry. Because I had gone to my OB probably 3 or 4 times trying to figure out what was going on, because I predominantly had a normal period up until, like I said, about a year ago. So, every 28 days my cycle would come. It would probably last about 6 to 7 days. But it started to last longer, and I was starting to get like really severe symptoms. So I actually thought I had like endometriosis, but going to the OB, I found out I didn't. But she did say that this was a pretty common issue that happens with women, like again, of all age ranges.
And it's like 70% of women experience some of these issues.
Yeah.
So females, like, I apologize. I feel bad for you.
Yeah. It's a struggle for sure. And like he said, from what we're learning and, all the research we've been doing, to, even before he became a Legionnaire, to really try to help me, we had kind of stumbled across a video about chasteberry, which is also in the Harmony. So my cousin, maybe 6 months back, had sent me a video about chasteberry and how it can actually help with the symptoms of PMS or PMDD. A lot of us experience, mental brain fog, low energy.
Like, what was some of the big symptoms that changed in you that, like, you noticed right away?
Yeah, so when I started taking the first form, actually, I would say, because I was still having long bleeding cycles when I first started taking it, because we were just like at the point of desperation. Like my OB had put me on birth control, and it did stop my bleeding because she had told me to, take the pack. Ladies, if you know, when you're taking like orthotricycline, you have the monthly pill pack. So she was telling me to skip the sugar pills so that I could skip my period. Well, and she said that eventually that should regulate or at least slow up my bleeding so I wouldn't have so many issues with, long-lasting bleeding cycles. So that did work for a little bit when I was taking the birth control, but then it completely stopped working, and then I went back to, like what he said, the long-lasting just bleeding cycles. So with that, I had, really heavy clotting. I had really bad cramps. I was fatigued. I felt depressed. I was just miserable. And so when we ordered the Harmony and I started taking the daily dosage, it tells you to take 2 in the morning and then 2 at your midday meal. And you're supposed to take it with like 8 ounces of water. And you want to make sure that, you're being consistent at the beginning to see if you can get results. So once I started being more consistent, I noticed right away my bleeding stopped. So
like it wasn't as long. It like kind of regulated out like a normal.
Yeah, well, no, because it just completely stopped. So I couldn't get my period to stop, like with anything. Like I would bleed for sometimes 3 weeks, and then I would stop and then start again.
This like helped it just.
So this just bleeding. Like completely stopped it. So like I said, I tried the birth control. I tried other supplements too, and like nothing worked. So after about 2 weeks, like you said, I noticed the bleeding just stop. And then after about a month, I noticed that it came back like after like a 28-day cycle. So it didn't come too early this time the way it typically would.
So it seemed more normal.
But it seemed more normal, yeah. So I started to get back on my 28-day cycle. So just like I had said before, my periods are pretty regular. I had always had them every 28 days. They would last like 6 days at a time. And they were always pretty heavy, but they had gotten way more heavier when I started having this, condition or whatever was going on with my estrogen.
So, like, did you notice, did it help you with it, like, just that, or cramps, or?
Yeah, no, it took my cramps like away. Like it almost seemed like they dissipated. There was times that I was bleeding on my period even after that, and I told him like I didn't even realize I was bleeding because I didn't even feel the symptoms of it. So typically with your period, you get, tender breasts, you get headaches, you get a lot of cramping, you get clotting, fatigue, all those things. And even like especially for me, the biggest thing I noticed was um the mental like clarity.
The mental fog just kind of dissipated.
Because a lot of the mental fog that I was experiencing was also making me feel really depressed. So I started noticing right away after that 2 weeks, not only did my bleeding stop, I was able to sleep through the night. And that was another thing that I was struggling with is I would have to go to the bathroom all the time, and I would be woken up in the middle of the night, like out of my sleep. So my sleep was constantly disrupted. So, any medical professional knows that women need, 8 to 10 hours of sleep to replenish their, regeneration cells, our hormones, just everything needs time in your body for sleep to replenish. So when your sleep is disrupted, you're gonna feel,
sure, you probably feel more miserable,
fatigue.
like more
I felt
aggravated.
Yeah, it was always irritable, just aggravated. I felt really low, and so after, like I said, about those 2 weeks, I really noticed the difference in, mental clarity, and then also I was able to sleep through the night. My bleeding stopped. I didn't have any cramps, and I felt like I had a lot more mental clarity. So that was just like right off the back after 2 weeks. And so now it's been 2 months of consistently taking the Harmony twice a day. And I feel amazing. I feel like it's like completely changed my life and, our life, because it was really hard to go through that as a, newly engaged couple. And, I'm going through all these different mood swings. I'm bleeding and, like all the issues that can come from that, So it really just helped me in every aspect that you really could think of. So, for anyone out there that's struggling with their menses, the way that I would definitely encourage you guys to at least try this product. Like you said, we're not doctors, we're not medical professionals, right? Anything that you want to start or stop, you should definitely consult with your physician. Talk to your OB, talk to your primary about, wanting to start this product or, whatever supplement you're on. But I would definitely encourage for you guys to try the Harmony if you are experiencing any of the issues I have. Today I was actually looking at reviews that were on the website that he's going to leave in the link below, that a lot of women who got off of their birth control experienced like the same thing I was. So when they got off of the estrogen, they noticed that the hormone or the Harmony was really balancing them out. So a lot of reviews talked about like the sleeping through the night like I did, their cramps pretty much dissipating, their mental fog clearing up, and then having a burst of energy throughout the day, because like he said, there's all these different ingredients that make up the Harmony that kind of like and no pun intended, but like makes your body like harmonious, and to like work together with your liver enzymes to really break it down to to release and like for your liver to like detox the synthetic estrogen that's being put into your body through everything. Like he said, like we don't even realize that, when we drink bottled water, when we sit on our furniture, there's synthetic estrogen in virtually everything. So all of that being put in our body is like an overabundance. And it's like, my OB told me that when you have an overabundance of estrogen in your body doesn't produce your estrogen correctly. Right. So then either you're getting an overabundance of estrogen or you're not getting enough estrogen. So, typically women can kind of struggle with both of those things. and even fluctuate at that. But just like I said, with the reviews that I was reading on top of just the experience I had, it seemed pretty comparable that a lot of these women are experiencing like really great results. So I really stand by Harmony. I definitely am going to keep using it. We'll definitely get back with you guys to give you an update, maybe a couple months from now, to check in to see how I'm doing still. But so far, so good. My period seems to be regulating and also shortening and also, really lightening. So it's not as heavy as it typically used to be. And I really feel like it's really beneficial for, my overall health, from my mental clarity to my physical health. Because, like he said, when, you're really trying to take care of yourself overall, you need the supplements, you need the exercise, and you need whatever else that is going to, be beneficial to you, whether it be, praying, meditating, doing whatever brings you peace.
Yeah.
So I think those working all together in tandem can be really beneficial for someone who is really serious about their health. And,
Definitely.
Alex and I are pretty serious about our health.
Yeah.
We want to be healthy for ourselves, each other, our kids,
and for America, the future of America. I mean, we can't take care of America if we can't take care of ourselves.
Right.
So, a little bit of a long review, but I appreciate you guys. One of the things I want to tell you guys is, like she said, in order for these products to work, you got to be physically fit. You got to keep your nutrition balanced. One other thing I can say is we're on it with females. I take these. They're super greens, Opti greens. They're good for men and females as well. Females, collagen, probiotics, a bunch of vitamins. Men, same thing. You want to lose more weight, belly fat, get the brain going, get you some super greens. Once again, like and subscribe. Grunt Life 911. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for being my special guest. It was a pleasure having you, and it's always awesome and great to look at you. You're very easy to look at and so beautiful. So I thank you for being here.
You're welcome.
Thank you guys for being here, and we'll see you next time.